President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, we are not against you. We are tired of the corruption and stealing of over $64 million, 23 billion naira by your aide, Professor Charles Kweka Dokubo. We have started our global protest from New York City to your medical facility and residence in London. We understand that this is a private trip. However, this is the only opportunity we have to bring this pressing issue to your attention. We wish you a speedy recovery from your surgery to enable you attend to the enormous challenges facing our country. However, you recently asked the United States government in Saudi Arabia to give Nigeria their taxpayers' money to fund Nigeria's infrastructure and help in the fight against Boko Haram terrorists. Mr. President, the American people are not fools. They know that if they give Nigeria the taxpayers' money, people like your aide, Professor Dokubo, and his cronies will steal the funds by using fake non-existent contracts to sweep the funds, and nothing will be done. Professor Charles Kweka Dokubo, the coordinator of the Niger Delta Presidential Amnesty Program and your special advisor, has been stealing public funds and laundering millions of dollars to banks in Turkey, New York, and buying luxury properties in Nigeria, the United States, and in Europe. Despite all these documented evidences and the many petitions submitted to the EFCC, you have refused to act. The world is watching, Mr. President. Professor Dokubo himself is boasting and telling people that he has given millions of dollars as bribe to the NSA, General Mongonu, to keep him in office. Between 2018 to 2019, Professor Dokubo has stolen over $64 million in amnesty funds. The Amnesty Office received $14 million, 5 billion naira on a monthly basis, and Professor Dokubo normally steals these funds within 24 to 48 hours once these funds are deposited into the Amnesty Office bank account. These funds are stolen by awarding fake supply contracts to many unregistered companies, and millions of dollars are given as bribes to many of your close aides to protect Professor Dokubo. Professor Dokubo spent $5 million, 1.8 billion naira, to buy 15 Prado vehicles for himself and the senior civil servants at the Amnesty Office. Mr. President, how can a single Toyota Prado cost a whooping $350,000? How long will this stealing continue? President Buhari, the EFCC has refused to act even when the international community knows that Professor Dokubo is the face of corruption in your government. We are calling on the United States government not to give Nigeria any money, and we call on the FBI, the other security agencies around the globe, to call on the Nigerian EFCC to fight corruption and not to turn a blind eye in the face of massive stealing and corruption being perpetuated by Professor Dokubo and the senior civil servants at the Amnesty Office. Mr. Ibrahim Mago, the world is watching you for you to honor your oath of office and arrest Professor Dokubo. No valuable training or youth empowerment program is currently ongoing at the Amnesty Office because Professor Dokubo keeps stealing all the funds. Mr. President, you are the father of our country, and we want you to act to stop this international embarrassment to your government. Professor Dokubo arranged with criminals and thugs to loot the $166 million, 60 billion naira training institute in Bayelsa State in order to cover up their fake supply contract of over $36 million, 13 billion naira. The move enabled Professor Dokubo to claim that the fake supply contract items were supplied, but the items have been stolen by looters. For 5 days, Professor Dokubo's criminals and thugs looted the training institute in Bayelsa State with no security officers to stop the criminals, despite the police station and military barracks nearby. Mr. Jude, the head of the training institute, reported the looting to the police in Bayelsa on February 14, 2019, 3 days after the looting started in what appears to be a well-choreographed move. After the head of the training institute reported the matter to the police in Bayelsa, Professor Dokubo became very angry at Mr. Jude for reporting the matter to the police. Professor Dokubo then instructed Mr. Jude to immediately withdraw his statement and the police report that he had already filed with the police. On February 15, 2019, Mr. Jude wrote to the police in Bayelsa State to withdraw his statement and the report that he had already filed with the police. Mr. President, Professor Dokubo awards contracts in exchange for sex with female contractors. How long will you allow this man to continue to embarrass your government internationally? Professor Dokubo's appointment as Amnesty Coordinator expired on the 29th day of May 2019, but you have allowed him to continue to remain in office, and within the last 5 months alone, Professor Dokubo have signed over $70 million, 25 billion naira, and most of these funds were stolen by Professor Dokubo and the senior civil servants at the Amnesty Office. The Director of Procurement produces backdated supply contract award letters to Professor Dokubo to sign and backdate them for payments. As usual, within 24 to 48 hours, all $14 million, 5 billion naira is gone. President Buhari, we can no longer continue like this. The world is watching. We need action now, and we are coming to London next.